Welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends with Blazin Corp. We are going to be in the Doom Tower. We're going to be doing some stuff in there. We've gone up to stay, I believe we're at 90 now here, and we are going to be facing the Celestial Griffin right here next. Right, guys, so here we are at floor 90, the Celestial Griffin. I don't usually do it this way where I haven't completed the level before I put out a video here. So let's kind of go through the process here together. As you know, my team always involves Underpriest Brogny. He is literally great everywhere. Everywhere. Okay, so kind of can't go wrong there. Now, we do have a decent amount of resistance here, so we should be able to resist, some of the pushes here over to of the debuffs onto us. So, because we definitely do not want that for sure, right? So we don't want that at all. So let's see here who we should bring in next. We do want to bring in, for this particular battle, people who have high resistance first thing. So definitely Bad Alcazar is a good one to bring in here, right? Another one would be who would be a good one here? I like Doompriest because she's gonna keep us from, if we do get any any like debuffs on us, that will be something there. Who else should we bring into this battle? I definitely like having Melga Steel Girdle. I don't know why I want to call her Magna Steel Girdle. There's definitely something wrong with me. Yeah, so we bring in her. She's got ridiculously high resistance. She's 360 with the extra 60 resistance. She's over 420 resistance. She is not getting any kind of debuffs put on her unless it's that small 3% chance that everyone has to add a debuff here. But you could be pretty confident that she can resist pretty much everything. Now, we could put in Scyl the Drakes, and that would ensure us that between all this would be more of a sustained team if we put her in. I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to bring Ninja into this particular battle because I have enough of the sustain here. Heals on passive heals, and so passive heals, and not only is A1 here, but also it's 2 continuous heals. We've got the ability on the A1 to take away debuffs from a random ally, as well as the ability on, I believe it's the A2. Yeah, A2 to do continuous heal plus shield. We got shields that reflect here, so any shield that's on anybody is an automatic reflection of damage, which is nice. Automatic heal as well. So another passive heal. So we got 4 passive healers here, each healing in their own way, but still heals nonetheless. So we should be able to bring in just a pure DPS to kind of get the job done. And he does it by HP burns, which is really effective against the Griffin here. So this should be I don't know if this is going to be a quick run because obviously this is a little higher, but we can hope. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. All right, so first thing, Ninja, right off the bat, we know how he is built. He is built consistently mid-tier. Even though his power is pretty high, this is a mid-tier build. And the reason I say that is because his defense is not as high, and his health points are not as high as I would like them to be here. So basically where I'd want to get Ninja if I'm bringing him into the end game would be really high level gear. It's going to have the extra, the set bonuses for sure there on that side of things. And, looking to get this around that 45,000 mark. I'd be okay lessening the attack down to about 38, maybe even 35 here to get the defense up into the 3,000 range here, and the resistance up into, somewhere in the 250 to 300 range as well. But that's a really tall order here. I do like him the way he is, so sometimes you just got to bring utility in, and it might be getting these things to go higher will be a job for the Great Hall here. So we're gonna have to look out for that as we build out our Great Halls. All right, next up, Under Priest Brogni, literally one of the Trinity here. He's almost like the Superman of the group. I can bring him in anywhere. He's super sturdy. He has a stun set, so when he reflects jams, he has a really small chance to stun people. It's actually pretty funny when he does that. Their stuns just come out of nowhere sometimes with him. And then whenever he does any ability, he also has a chance to stun. And that is the way it's supposed to work. Now, it used to work a lot more readily with the reflect damage, but they just lowered the percentage from what I've seen here. But it still happens quite a bit. So he's really steady in his health points. Got a decent amount of defense here. Good amount of speed for where we have him. And, a good amount of resistance. Definitely over 300 when he's in the Doom Tower. So that's important there. All right, so he should be pretty good in not getting and resisting a lot of the stuff that's coming at him for sure. All right, so next up here, we've got Doompriest. Doompriest definitely needs a rekit here. I gotta basically build her out like Melga Steel Girdle is as I'm gonna show you how she's built. High health points. Not really worrying about attack. I would actually take attack off the board altogether. Not put anything into it. Put in a bunch of more defense. Decent amount of speed. So if I can get her up into the 210s, 220s, that'd be great. Keep critical rate and critical damage. Not even worry about that. Actually, no, I think I do need to worry about that because one of her skills are involved in that. So we'll check that out. And then high resistance here. Let me just see. I think one of her, if it's critical, she gets the increased crit rate buff. So 15%. I don't really have to worry about that now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I really don't have to worry about it now that I'm thinking about it. It's only 15%. I guess it helps a little. Every little thing helps a bit. But yeah, I could take all the crit rate off when I'm building her. Do health, defense, tons of speed, and a high resistance. And she would be much better built than she is now. But she's still fantastic. Her kit is still fantastic. And her passive 7.5% heals, plus the one random debuff, removing one random debuff from everybody is fantastic. And that's why her utility is so high. Here, you can pretty much bring her anywhere. So we got Bad L here, another one of our passive and active healers. So when he's attacking all enemies, here he's going to heal by 20% of the damage inflicted, and then removes all debuffs from allies, places 2 continuous heals, which is super important, on all allies for 2 turns, and then 2 poisons on all enemies for all turns. So that's really cool. Here, obviously, when he gets those poisons out, it doesn't have to be him, but it could be anyone. Everyone inflicts 20% more damage against targets under poisons. So that's super important there. He's in a broken set for that final set, but that's okay. We might rekit him down the line. It's very unlikely, though. Yeah, it's really unlikely. He's kitted out pretty nice, and once we get these 2 to 80, he's going to be over 300 for both of those stats, so he'll pretty much have a really solid build here. I guess the only thing we could do would be to kind of get both of these up into like the 2600 mark. It's going to be really difficult though, so I'm not super worried on that side of things. But I guess we'll get a little bit more crit damage and some more of these stats when we build out the Great Hall. I do think Force is going to be probably the last one of the bunch that I build out in terms of the Great Hall. Alright, so last but not least, we got Melga Steel Girdle. Here she is a fantastic champion. We definitely re-kitted her recently. So she's got high health, high defense, high speed, like really impressive speed. She's the second fastest champion that I have behind. Oh, what's his name? What is his name? Oh my goodness. Oh jeez. Yeah, definitely a fail right there.
Bruh.
Ooh, I still cannot remember. Archmage Helmet. Oh my goodness. Archmage Helmet. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so she's built out properly now that we've re-kitted her. I do have a lot of excess gear to go through. So that's going to take probably like a solid hour to go through all that excess gear that we're getting from doing all these events here. So definitely something that I will end up doing here in the soon-to-be future. All right, so we got this team put together. Let's take a look and see how this is going to go. All right, so basis of this team is going to be sustain, sustain, sustain. Yeah, so yeah, you kind of can't go wrong building a sustain team whatsoever. Especially if you put in someone who can bring people back. Right, so if you put just like Melga Steel Girdle here, so we've got the double shields plus the Melga Steel Girdle having the ability to bring people back with a shield on is very, very good. One reason that we have, so main thing, yeah, so you saw there that first set of abilities, they came in and he wasn't able to steal, or he wasn't able to remove anything. So that's super important there. And then lots of resistance on his transfer buffs. So we should go into a mode where we're going to be kind of pushing them down and beating them up there. Almost like... right, so yeah, basically lots of HP burns. Get as many out as we can. That's going to, especially getting HP burns and poisons out, that's going to just steadily decrease because the boss is pretty fast here, even at this stage here. So want to make sure we're getting all those damage over time moves out as much as possible. And this team doesn't actually need buffs to damage, which is super important here. And when you don't need damage, when you don't need buffs to win, that's always a good thing. Well, the buffs help, of course, but you don't need it to win.
That was easy.
Right, so our MVP for this particular match, I would actually say, normally you would think probably Ninja would be. I would actually say Underpriest Brogni is the person to be I guess the guy who would hold it all together here, because his shield cannot be removed. So that's super important when the guy's hitting you there those few times. So definitely something cool there. Yeah, so you can't go wrong. Really, really, really good victory here. And not a super complicated, skill structure. I try to keep it as easy as possible. Put lots of resistance, build your champions with resistance, and then build them with everything else. Because resistance is actually a sustain ability. So health, defense, resistance, speed. You know, you can still have your teams pretty slow, and if they can resist all the things and they have enough health points to take the hits, and they can reduce damage by having enough defense, they're going to stay alive to bring themselves back around to still beat a boss, regardless of your gear level. Now, it's all about gear. It's not about the champions so much. It is good to have good versatility with the champions, but for the most part, it's all about the gear. Right, so if you get proper gear, you can pretty much bring any champion into this and be able to beat these bosses. Here is kind of what I found. Except for those, like, seems like the new Doom Tower is gonna have some crazy bosses coming out. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Hey, no ninja watchers, Hey, hit that like button down there, and hit the subscribe button as well. And we're gonna see you again here next time. Let's chat then.